What is going on, guys? Predator458 here, and welcome back to my channel. And welcome back to a ship that we haven't seen in a fair amount of time. The Tier 8 Japanese premium cruiser, the glorious Atago. Now, if you've seen some of my other videos on the ship, you know that I really enjoy it. I think it's a fantastic all-round cruiser. It's fairly vulnerable. You know, the Citadel's really easy to hit and that sort of thing. But it's a really good cruiser. The only real letdowns, apart from being a floating Citadel, is its rate of fire is a little bit slower than other Tier 8 cruisers, and its anti-aircraft gun capabilities is not quite on par with the American cruisers, but that's pretty much the same for all Japanese cruisers. But anyways, I realized it kind of... the last few weeks have pretty much been World of Battleships on my channel, which is fine. I enjoy them, but I also want to do cruises and that sort of thing. I've just bought Pensacola. I finally bought Pensacola. So hopefully I'll bring you something on that fairly soon. But before we get into the action, I also wanted to basically announce a new series that I'd like to do, as many YouTubers out there do it. It's certainly not original by any means. But basically, I would like to start featuring, replays from you guys. If you guys have had a really good game, and we can actually take some shots at that Cleveland, maybe, but we're not detected, it's probably a bad time to open fire. Atago's detection range is 11.9 on the surface, I think, so you can be quite sneaky. And that guy's pretty close. I think we'll take some shots at this guy just before we go around the around this iceberg. And we'll fire everything. So yeah, as I was saying, if you've had a really good round and you've got the replay of it, I'd like to start featuring, not only one hit unfortunately, featuring basically the replays from you guys, from my viewers. Even though it's a small channel and not that many people will see it, I still think I'm sure you guys would enjoy seeing seeing your stuff up on YouTube if you're not doing a channel of your own. So in the description down below will be an email address that you can send it to. It's basically, I think it's predator458@gmail.com, so you can send your replays there. Ask that if you want to do this, you just include screenshots of the results. So how, all three results pages, so it just makes it a bit easier for me to see how each of you have done. And this Cleveland's gotten really close, and those landed a bit short, unfortunately. So yeah, I'm really excited. I hope everyone who watches this as well is going to be excited to do this. And I look forward to having some emails from you guys with some awesome gameplay and some awesome replays. And those look pretty good. And we get 2 Citadels for 12,000 damage, and we knock out his engine. So not a bad salvo on a Cleveland. Notoriously difficult to Citadel those things. Not because they're well armored, just because... we'll try, maybe one can scooch over, and no, of course not. That was hopeful at best, but I thought we may as well give it a go. And this Armagi is coming into the channel. Oh, joy of joys. So we're gonna get into position and try and launch some torpedoes. The Megami in front of us is turning to do the exact same thing. This Amagi is 5.1 kilometers out. Geez, going from saying Megami to Amagi is a bit more difficult than I thought. So we're not going to fire at that lead indicator because I kind of expect he'll be maneuvering all over the place. And we'll fire another salvo there and give him some loving from our guns. And he takes... couple of torpedoes from Megami, and ours are looking pretty good actually. And Iowa, oh shit, turn away, and we get 1 torpedo hit, 2, 3, and he's flooding. So we'll try and finish him off with guns before someone steals a kill. 4, and someone stole our kill. Not to worry, we did some very good damage on him, but I really don't know what he was thinking. I mean, it was obvious what was going to happen. It was obvious that that channel was going to be so full of torpedoes that you wouldn't need to be Jesus to walk across the water. Wow. But anyways, 3 torpedo hits already. We take some shots at the Iowa. These ones are just going to hit the iceberg, so we're not going to bother. Having some connection issues tonight, it seems. little bit of lag here and there, fair bit of lag here and there actually. And this Cleveland seems to be the one that is capping, and we take a fairly big hit, presumably from the Iowa. Unfortunately, we still have high explosive loaded, but we'll fire everything, and that will be enough to reset the cap. I mean, this guy thinks he's in a fairly sneaky position, but 8 hits, nice, and a fire, 6,000 odd damage, not bad at all. So, who to go for now? I really don't want to go and play with that Iowa. Iowa is the one battleship in an Atago that I avoid at all costs. Other battleships you can burn, and you can get good alpha damage with your high explosive shells. But Iowa, I don't know if it's a bug or what, but you get almost no alpha damage, and you've got to kind of solely rely on fires. Whereas against other battleships, if you get a good HE salvo, you can do, I've done 9,000 damage before in a salvo. And this guy, I have to admire his perseverance. And are we going to be able to snag this kill? Yes, we do. We get the last 336 damage. And he has the balls to say, thanks noobs, to his team. My friend, you were trying to be sneaky. I admire that, but seriously, come on. Come on. That was never going to end well for you as soon as you were spotted. And we got a Mahan over there, and a Tirpitz, and another Tirpitz. And is this guy firing at us? He is. But we managed to miss all of those shots. And they start sending some high explosive loving to Ay Caramba. And oh, this is going to be bad. I'm going to have to try and sneak through here. But we got collision warnings going off. I hope we don't get stuck. Well, we've done all we can right now. We're either going to get stuck or we're not, and we are. We're very stuck. So this could be interesting. And we get 2 hits and 1,408 damage to finish off the Tirpitz. And thankfully we've started moving again, and we're stuck again. Hooray! Now I would say this was a noob moment, but I didn't want to block our battleship, and I didn't really have anywhere else to go. Suppose I should have seen him on the minimap coming around that corner beforehand. So yes, it was a noob moment. But something I actually had failed to mention before, they have a tier 1 on the enemy team, the Hashi Date, or whatever the hell that thing's called. He platooned up with a tier 8 Tirpitz. I got so carried away talking about the subscriber replays and that sort of thing that I never mentioned at the beginning. But we're going to start taking some armor-piercing shots at the New Orleans. He has more health than us, but he's being like focused down. And now health is almost even. We got 7 hits for, what was that, nearly 3,000 damage. Most of those bounced, I guess. So we'll fire again, and he's pummeling our Amagi. And those are... Oh, we get a Citadel, and we knock out his engine for 9,000 damage. Unfortunately, our Amagi is going to be dead very, very soon. Which means we'll then have his full attention, but another 2 Citadels for 11,000, we take out his engine again. So really doesn't matter if we get his full attention now. We should easily have this one in the bag. And try firing there. He is angling against us now, which could make getting a Citadel a bit difficult. 470 damage for 1 hit. Those kind of landed a bit short. And those just under 2,000 damage. We are trying to wiggle and waggle and just make things a little bit more difficult for him, and only exposing our Citadel when we want to fire our rear guns. We expose a little bit much there. But we get another Citadel and we finish him off. We take heavy damage, but it was only 2,800 damage. The terror of the enemy team, the Hashidati, is very nearly dead. We are detected by a plane right now. It's a bit annoying. I wish it would piss off. There it is. Let's focus it up. And maybe our poor anti-aircraft guns will actually manage to shoot it down. what do I see over there? A Tirpitz heading into the ice fields. Not something I would recommend. And now if we could just get rid of this bloody plane, we could go all ninja on his ass and try and get a torpedo strike off on him. We've got the Iowa over there as well, who's on 23,000 health. And where is this bloody plane? He's ruining my life. He's really ruining my life. And my mad ninja skills. And there he is. Let's focus him up again. And you know what? I'm actually going to launch my fighter. Let that hopefully take him down, because we need to be sneaky here. Tirpitz is now 11.5 kilometers away. And there we go. We've shot him down. And now we should be able to stay undetected, because this another plane is spotting us. God. But he can't shoot at us right now, so we're going to get a torpedo strike off. Go just in front of the aim indicator, and this one will go way in front of the aim indicator. Now we're going to continue the turn and try and get our other torpedo tubes off on the port side of the ship. And we shot down another plane. Hopefully we can get this guy. We are on relatively low health. He only needs one citadel and a little bit to ruin our day, and we'll get those ones at the suggested aiming point. And we're going to now turn away from him, give him a smallest target as possible. We take a hit and he knocks out our torpedo damage, but we get one hit. Ooh, these are actually looking good. 2, so we've hit him for 3. Knocked out almost all of his health. He's down to 17,500. But he is repairing. He's now on fire. And he's turning straight into our other salvo. Oh, this worked out really well. I'm really happy with that. And we get another 2 torpedo hits to finish him off. And we get the High Caliber Award, which is awesome. Normally I don't actually get that many torpedo hits in the Atago. And better let the team know there's 5 minutes left. I'll wait a bit. Otherwise they're going to be like, no, there's 5 minutes and 30 seconds left. But Iowa seems to be making the same mistake as Tirpitz did. He's being chased by 2 destroyers. We'll let them know just to make sure that guy in the cap, that Colorado I believe it is, doesn't decide to leave and try and hunt down the Iowa with us. And the Iowa's healed up. You can see he's now on 33,200 health. He was considerably lower than that last time we saw him. So I'm probably going to cut it here and resume when we're a bit closer, because there's not going to be much else to do. I'll see you guys in a flash. Alright, and we are nearly within torpedo range. He has gone behind this iceberg, but as you can see from the aiming indicator, he has begun to turn. Thankfully our destroyers are keeping him spotted, so we know exactly what he's planning to do, and he is now within torpedo range. I just want to maybe try and close distance a little bit more while we've got the cover of this iceberg. And I think now is a good time to start turning over to starboard and getting our port torpedo tubes off. It's a little bit dangerous because we are firing straight at the likes of our destroyers, but they should be able to easily dodge. If we miss, or never mind, he's dead. So the round's over. That was a pretty awesome round. I really enjoyed that. I think that was definitely the best Atago round. And look at those results, definitely. Best Atago round I think I've ever had. Yeah, very, very pleased with that. I mean, 76 target hits, 8 torpedo hits, shot down 2 enemy aircraft, got 6 incapacitations, destroyed 4 enemy vessels, caused 2 fires, caused flooding 7 times, 6 citadel hits, and defended a base 3 times. Plus we completed a surprise attack for 613,000 silver, 4,000 research, and high caliber. That was quite a mouthful. We came first place on the team by 1,100 points. Iowa came first on the enemy team. We did 45,000 AP damage, so not bad. 24,000 HE, 400 from fires, 2,100 from flooding, and 82,700 from the torpedoes and made 588,000 profit. So I really enjoyed that match, and I hope you guys did too. I must play this ship more often. But yeah, that is it from me. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to hit the thumbs up button down below, and maybe consider subscribing for more World of Warships content, as well as Wartime and a few other things I've thrown to the mix from time to time. And yeah, also be sure to send me your awesome replays if you have any really, really good games. As I said, email address will be in the description down below, and we can start featuring some awesome games from you guys. But yeah, that is it from me. Thank you very much for stopping by. It's Predator 458 signing off, and I'll see you guys next time.